Hello there, writer friend. Welcome back to Max's writing advice videos. Today I have a very special video for you. Today I'm not going to talk about a particular element of the craft or a particular question that somebody sent my way. Today I'm going to send your way a wonderful musical recommendation from... What's that sound? What's that sound? That's right. It's the sound of me about to start talking again about OCRemix.org, about how much I love them, and how awesome their music is. If you haven't heard me in the past, allow me to remind you, OCRemix.org is a wonderful website where people submit their own video game remixes, remixes of video game tracks or inspired by video game tracks, and recently OCRemix basically gave me Christmas in September. Why? Because they released a full album, 4 discs, 53 tracks, inspired by my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy IX. This album is called Worlds Apart. Now, it's come to my attention that I've been talking about OCRemix forever. I really have. I think if you go back to my real, the first virtual writing academies, some of my musical recommendations back there were actually OCRemix tracks. And I've never, up until this point, actually read you their mission statement, so I will read it to you right about now. Founded in 1999, OverClocked Remix is an organization dedicated to the appreciation and promotion of video game music as an art form. Its primary focus is OCRemix.org, a website featuring thousands of free fan arrangements, information on game music and composers, resources for aspiring artists, and a thriving community of video game music enthusiasts and fans. I love this website so much. If you follow them on YouTube, you may sometimes notice me in the comment sections going, "This is a good track for writers because of this and this and this reason." I love their work so much. I love the passion and the amount of dedication that goes into the projects that they do. Not only single tracks, but also when they do these enormous compilations. This album, Worlds Apart, came out like a few days ago. It came out on 9/9, and I've been raving about it on Twitter. I've been listening to it all the time, and I realized, you know what? This is a great free album with a lot of great music from a great game, and a lot of this could be great for writing. As for me, music is one of the most important parts of my creative writing process. Whenever I'm writing, I'm listening to music, and it's become part of my process for creating a book to dig around looking for tracks that resonate with the feelings of the characters, the moments, and the things that will be happening in the story. And OCRemix has been an amazing resource for me. Over the years, they've released a bunch of free albums made by super passionate and dedicated individuals, and this here stands as kind of proof of what they can do. Worlds Apart is an amazing 4-disc free download album inspired by Final Fantasy IX, and I want to spend a couple of minutes just showing you some of the awesome tracks, or some of my favorite tracks, just to give you a little bit of a taste of what you're going to be getting in there. If you want to download this album, there should be links in the description below. There will be links in the description below, as well to links to all of OCRemix. Follow them on Twitter, on YouTube especially, because they release tracks there, and get some of that good video game remix goodness. Again, I know that I'm a huge nerd and I go on and on and on about this, but music is so important for me, and I wanted to take just a little bit of time of your day and listen to some of these tracks and get a feeling for how these can help you get into the mood to write. I've been listening to this album for days now, and these are the following are just a few out of 4 discs that I really like, and just to give you a taste of the things to come, of the things that you can get from this album, moments and situations that can inspire you to write. But alright, I've nerded out long enough. You came here for musical recommendations. Let me give you a couple of tracks that I think you should keep an eye out for. The first one, do you happen to have a roguish character? A thievery character of sorts? Someone from the underworld, from the shady parts of society? I've got a track just for you, and it's called In the Hall of the Gangster King. This amazing remix comes to us from VERDEGRAND. It is a remix of the TANTALUS theme, and if you've been watching my Final Fantasy IX LP, which I forgot to mention, I always get super excited when this song comes on. This is the song for the first party of thieves that you're a part of for the beginning of the game, and it's such a good song. It's such a good song for thievery characters, for roguish people, the members of shadowy organizations. Is it just me, or does this song feel roguish? It feels like somebody walking around with a dagger in their pocket, looking to do some shadowy business. I just love this song. And now, on to our next musical recommendation. There are sad times in stories, there are sad characters in stories, you cannot have enough of those, but what about a character who's making a bad choice? I think that there's a sense of drama in writing a character who's effectively, at this very moment, making a really, really, really bad choice, and finding songs that reflect that. And there is one particular song here that is a twist on a really sad song, and it just makes it completely embrace that idea, the idea of a character making a bad choice. What is that song? That song is called A Night of Woeful Sorrow. And that song, of course, came to us from ABADOSS, ANDYP, and FISHY. When I said, I want you to picture that song as a character is making a terrible, terrible, terrible choice. And I think that embraces it so well. I can almost imagine a character who is doing something that directly contradicts how they really feel about things. Either following orders they don't believe in, or having to make a terrible choice. To pick the worst out of two terrible, terrible choices. I really like that song. I love the original version of FREYA'S theme, but this just twists it. It's not really like a complete revisit, it's just a change, a shift, if you may, a paradigm shift on the idea of that song, and it's just really well done. Also, I love the acoustics in it. Really, really wonderful song. Now, as for the next musical recommendation, I have to admit that some of the songs in this album are a little bit too obtrusive to write to, but those songs fall into another category, because to me there are writing songs and then there are inspiration songs. Inspiration songs are the songs that I listen to whenever I'm not writing. When I'm working out, or walking, or just doing something that's not writing, I listen to those songs to think about the world, think about the story, and get excited for them. And this song, you may be able to write to it. I think I could write to it, but I think it works so much better as an inspiration piece. What is this song? This song is called EXPLODA. That, by the way, was a remix of the first battle theme of Final Fantasy IX, brought to us by CYRIL the Wolf and FISHY. This is the track that I've been raving about on Twitter forever. This song is so good. It takes the battle theme of Final Fantasy IX, this is practically the song that you hear the most throughout the entirety of the game, and it makes it so much more exciting. And I can easily imagine characters fighting, characters sparring, or just dramatic moments happening to this song. It just gets your blood pumping. It's just such an exciting song, and I can't help but just really recommend this track. Now there's one last track that I want to recommend, and there's no way that I'm finishing this without talking about this particular track, because, we've had a little bit of roguish character, a little bit of bad choices, a little bit of action. We need something a little emotional. And this track, it's called As Long As We Remember. That song is a remix of Garnet's theme from Final Fantasy IX, and it was brought to us by Archangel and Claire Saxley. What comes to mind when you hear that song? What comes to mind to you? Because when it comes to mind to me, I see ending sequences. I see characters saying goodbye. I see characters letting go of, the burdens of the past, the things they've been holding on to for years, and finally moving forward. This is a healing song right here, and I feel tingles all over my face just thinking of the dramatic moments, the dramatic resolutions, if you may, that can be written to this song. Really, really well written, really good song, and it just gets me so excited to write. And ultimately, that's the purpose of an album like this for people like me. Music is one of the most meaningful parts of my creative writing process, and to see amazing things like this, 4 discs of amazing passion and dedication, to this game and the music of this game is just breathtaking. It's amazing, and I am at a loss of words. A writer is at a loss of words to describe how awesome it feels. Not only because this is, my favorite RPG of all time, but also because of all the dedication that went into it. And if you haven't already gone down to the link below and downloaded it, I recommend you do. It's awesome. It's free as well. I mean, what else could you ask for? And actually, now that I think about it, you could ask for one more thing. One more song. Let's do one more song as I sign off, as I let you go and get this album in the link in the description below. I have one more song, a little happy song that is in the album, and I thought I would close the video with it. This song is called BOSSA the Victory, and it's a remix of the original fanfare theme brought to us by CALUM BOWEN. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me. Go get this album, it's awesome, and thank you to ocremix.org for making this album, because I am so happy that it finally is here. It's arrived, and I can listen to it forever and ever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.